Well, after 2 years as leader of the Catholic Church, Pope Francis keeps making waves, this time reportedly saying he wants to end the marriage ban for priests, saying to a childhood friend, quote, "God made everyone to live in family, including priests." So the question this morning, should priests be able to marry? Joining us now for a debate is Episcopalian priest who previously served as a Catholic priest, Father Alberto Gutierrez, and Roman Catholic priest, Father Robert Sirico. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Father Sirico, where do you stand on this?
Well, I think there's a lot of confusion about this. First of all, there are men who were married and have become Catholic priests. I've met a number of them, and there's an ancient tradition of permitting that. In the Roman Catholic Church, it's not normative, but it is permissible, so it is not dogma. But what never happens is a priest who is ordained getting married, not in the Roman Catholic Church, nor in the other ancient churches, the Eastern churches, the Orthodox churches.
Father Gutierrez, explain your side on this, because you have a unique situation that gives you some leverage here.
Well, I think that in the last 50 years, we can't neglect the fact that about 120,000 priests throughout the world have left active ministry in the Roman Catholic Church to marry, and a significant number of them will tell you that they've continued effective ministries elsewhere. So when someone is called to priesthood, priesthood goes beyond the Roman Catholic Church. Obviously, there are priests that serve in the Eastern churches, as Father was saying, and also in the Anglican churches, and vice versa. There's Anglican priests who are becoming Roman Catholic, and they are being received as married men. So the fact is, celibacy can change. It's a discipline of the Church. And unfortunately, it's confused by many to be something dogmatic or doctrinal. What the Pope is saying is, this is not a core doctrine of Christianity. It's not a core doctrine of Roman Catholicism. It is just a practice of the Church that men have not been permitted to be married as priests. They have to be celibate.
Father Sirico, you doubt that the Vatican, that the Pope even actually said this. The Vatican is not commenting on it, and this is a report, according to the Daily Mail, that it was a friend, a childhood confidant of Pope Francis. Why don't you think he would have said something like this?
Well, what I know the Pope did not say is that priests can get married. And that's the way it was reported in that poorly written article, I might add, in the Daily Mail there. And I think the media has an obsession with, well, several things. One is anything the Pope said, theme or an image of him trying to be this great revolutionary within the Catholic Church. I think what the Pope is doing is bringing a new tone to the message, but he's not altering the core message of the Catholic Church. The second thing, and I think this is very pertinent to this, is our culture right now is obsessed by sex. You could see that by the movies that have come out that are pornographic. And I think this is the time for the Church to uphold the dignity of human sexuality and the complementarity of celibacy with the married life. And the other question here is whether people can just break vows that they've made freely.
A great point. Father Gutierrez, I'm going to give you the last word on this.
Well, I think the most important thing is for people to know that while the Pope is often identified as someone who is a reformer, I think that the truth is that reform happens when you take concrete steps and actions. There are many thousands of good men who are priests that would like to have the option to be married, and those coming into the priesthood that consider celibacy to be an obstacle to them. Celibacy was not part of the early church. It wasn't a mandate. It will always be a mandate for nuns and monks and religious, but it is definitely something that could change, and I think it will. Eventually it will.
Again, this is based on an article written in the Daily Mail, and the Vatican is not commenting. Fathers, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.